they're able to do it without such incident. The red lights illuminate above the drivers. Hashtag well done, Baku. It's away we go here, and it seems like it's a good start from Maguire. Instantly cuts off Matthew Williams there as they head around turn one, but going deep into turn one is Luke Maguire. A couple of people almost into the wall as well, but Matthew Williams pounces from an early mistake from Luke Maguire, and he's into the lead immediately. Apparently there's a bit of a crash further back, although to be fair, I see everyone's through. Yeah, everyone's through. Good stuff. So it might be a mini crash, but yeah, it's all turned out all right for now. Great start then for Matthew Williams. Great start as well for Keersmakers and Schmidt. Both of them have overtaken James Saunders early days as Lauren Keersmakers goes into contact with James Saunders going through this early section side by side, locking wheels almost as James Saunders, oh dearie me, crunches Keersmakers into the wall. You can tell that he is not used to racing here, and these streets are crushing Keersmakers there. Saunders back up into P4. Watch out for Chris Butcher as well there, P6. Seems like everyone else has gone through line astern as we enter a section where you shouldn't really be looking to overtake.
Yeah, just keeping my eyes on the alleyway, and a little bit of a spin up behind. Quickly, who's that? Sven de Veers missing a nose. So we're going to have quite a few cars towards the back, have to make a little jump into the pits here. As unfortunately, not everyone was able to make it through lap one cleanly.
Shame there for Sven de Vries, although he's survived worse. Just if you're on the Discord, look at his incident posted from the Super Cup yesterday. It's mental how he was able to keep that car alive. They're just coming down the back straight now. Of course, DRS not enabled until lap 3. But it is going to be Matthew Williams who leads across the line. Luke Maguire is going to be taking up as much slipstream as he can, but the Englishman has done super well here to lead at the end of lap 1 from Maguire. Schmidt, Saunders, Butcher and Keersmakers, although it could be the other way around going to turn 1. Super close between the two, super respectful between the two.
Up behind and full free wide into turn 1. That's a bold move. Faber's actually got a little bit of pace here, should be able to get past Jack Mayer, and does. Leonov ahead though, will be able to hold on to 9th position.
Now here comes the DRS, and it's Horrell all over the back of Alkbus, and behind here goes Faber on the in of 2 corners and 2 positions. Brilliant work there from Adrian Faber, a little bit of a love tap with the tyres, but he makes it work, and Leonov almost crashes into his rear right for good measure. Lucky to get away with that one is Mr. Leonov. A bit of contact as well from Marcin Ribichuk as they're all... not able to really catch up behind though. Here's another battle. Ben Horrell now under pressure from Adrian Faber, and this is going to be one for the record books, I imagine. Both drivers not exactly.
Oh, look behind.
Behind him, almost going 3 or 4
Jack
wide.
Mayer's trying
Goodness me, Jack Mayer up the inside of both Mora and Leonov, maintains that P11 position. Ribichuk confirming that P9 is, oh goodness me, a bit of tagging there from Pedro Mora, who's up to P12. It really, I mean, I know there's a CM Tech in there, but it's a setup by MJ. Look at this, it's crazy.
Defending. Pedro Mora though, being able to make brilliant work of it. He does claim P11 for now. Jack Mayer loses now, but he had to go super far on the inside to try and defend. These guys are not afraid to go 3 wide on Baku, and that is just ludicrous.
So here comes the massive battle here then. Mura, Parker and Mayer, the 2 MDRs swarming over the back of Mora, who's up into P11 as pinches. Oh, almost goes to the... You can see there Bastian Paisler diving into the pit lane exit because he thought that was going to go south. Thankfully it didn't. He's up to No, he's not up to P16, he remains at P16 as the MDRs. Look at Parker, he's up to P11, Moore is down to P12, chopping and changing as Parker's completely missed his braking zone, and Parker is off into the boonies, and he's out. Wow.
Come out massively on this.
That's incredible. And so Schmidt has performed the mother of all undercuts here. He is, you're absolutely right, Corey, he is some way ahead of Matthew Williams, who himself is onto the super soft tyres. What about Maguire? Super soft. And who's the other guy in Riverchuk? Also on super soft. So all of these guys going the same way, but by value of pitting earlier, by starting this... That is surely going to be easy pickings for Matthew Williams. But remember, as we come through turns, yep, Jack Mayer into the pits, and I imagine we'll be seeing earlier.
Adrian Faber trying to get past Larry Albus and makes it look easy there, James.
But we've got to go back up to P2 because James Saunders is now going to have DRS on the return as we. For themselves to blame, and Chris Butcher, his own teammate, and Faber, and Albus, and Saunders all have to come into the pits. And so for the likes of Keersmakers, for the likes of Mora and Mayer, who are still at it in this battle for P5, they've been given freebies as Mayer dives up the inside. What a move that was! Brilliant stuff, and he's got the DRS.
Yeah, Mayer's just absolutely making the most of this. What did I say earlier? It was going to be these mid-pack drivers that are going to get the most today if they just keep their nose clean, and Mayer doing exactly that, James.
Now we look at Ben Harrell and Chris Butcher. I mean, to be fair, given the incident he was involved in, for Chris Butcher to be in the top 10 is super good, as Maguire is past Mayer. Mayer put up no fight there. And yeah, for him, it's just getting it to the end of the race. For Horrell and Butcher now. DRS wide open for Chris Butcher. The two red cars go into combat. And once again, it's a situation where there's really no point in defending as Jack Mayer's back past Luke McGuire, using the DRS to full effect, and he is back past Luke McGuire into P3. Not giving that up without a fight. Behind Faber, Bell, both staying ahead of Adam Pinches. So Faber taking advantage of that DRS zone and moving his way up into P11 as Pinches is forced to stay behind.
Faber with no DRS right now. Not really under threat from Mike Bell and Adam Pinches, as they were both fighting behind of each other. But Adam Pinches is through past Mike Bell, and we know what this lad can do. Faber's probably got quite a lot of threat from behind right now, especially since Pinches is on those ultra softs.
The gap between the leaders is 2.3 seconds. We'll give you another update in a couple of laps. Down in P3, Jack Mayer. I thought he was just going to disappear off into the distance, but he is going to fight for this P3 with all his might. He might be a little bit out of his depth here, though, as Luke McGuire all over
him before the DRS even.
Yeah. Look at that. He's got so much more pace in that Scuderia Clay Keeley car. DRS now opens. But, oh my goodness me, look at this straight line speed from Jack Mayer. Once they got up into 7th and 8th gears, all of a sudden the pace starts to unlock in that car. And okay, Luke McGuire makes his way through now. But let's see if we have a carbon copy of last lap and whether Jack Mayer can retake that P3 down this straight.
Lucas Smith right ahead, and Jack Mayer is going to be able to stay out. Luke McGuire has to go into the pit.
Kicking off, what a race we've had here today. Ben Horrell losing another position, this time to Bastian Paisler. Paisler, who started, I think it was around P20, I think he was 19th, I want to say, as Ben Horrell misses his braking zone, and instantly he invites pressure now from Mike Bell in P12.
Quick look here as well, as Williams is Smith within range. We've got to quickly have a look at that. Makers, if he can keep it close with the DRS, might be able to just snag it back before the finish line. Who knows, but Kearsmakers here definitely has got it with those ultra softs. The faster race pace and the DRS, got to take this, and he does.
You can tell, oh my goodness me, a little bit of contact on the straight as well. There's no way. Oh, Mayer's going to try and defend. Oh, wow, that's brilliant defending from Jack Mayer. Cuts over to the other side, cuts off the undercut opportunity for turn 2. That is phenomenal defending from Jack Mayer, who's going to defend this third position if his life depended on it. Kearsmakers forced to the outside. He's got DRS, he's got much fresher tyres, but he still can't go around the outside of turn 2. And if Mayer's able to keep it on the inside, if he's able to stay ahead into the castle section, then he will only have one more lap to defend. Kearsmakers running up alongside as we go through this section now, tries to go outside. Oh, Jack Mayer, what a performance from this young man. Amazing stuff.
This sort of racing almost feels like Jack Mayer's playing single player here. You know, he's not racing against other real sort of drivers. No, he's just taking this risk. It's almost like it means nothing, and he is just having such a passionate drive. Kearsmakers behind has got to be so furious about this.
Inspired. MDR are going to be absolutely loving this. They might have one of their cars well out but they are well on their way to scoring at least 10 plus of them. That's a decent exit out of turn 16 as well, and it is very clear to me, at least, Corey, that this car is running a lower down setup because he was able to defend into turn 1. He shouldn't have been able to do that. Final lap of the race, and Kearsmakers is now fully ahead before we hit the straight. Once again, it's those higher gears where the MDR comes into its own.
Inside. Look at that. He knows the threat that Mayer does have, but Mayer, he's lost it there. For me, he's not going to be able to grab the DRS. That's game over, but P4, still fantastic stuff for him. But we have to note, it is the final lap. Matthew Williams is just making magic happen here as he comes on to the back straight after the castle section. We'll be closing this out very soon, James.
Yeah, Bastian Paisler, by the way, just got through on Noah Chiller into turn 1 as well. Very tight, but they were able to make it through. But indeed, coming round turn 16, it is Matthew Williams. You know what? I'm going to put my hands up. I thought they hadn't pulled the correct strategy. Maybe things could have been better if they had gone with my decision. They're probably going to be saying, it's a good thing we didn't. Williams is in P1. Williams is going to cross the line and win the Azerbaijani Light GP. Brilliant work from Matthew Williams there. Lucas Schmidt, despite performing the undercut twice on Williams, has to settle for P2. Laurent Keersmakers a long way back. He had to fight so hard, didn't he? Oh yeah, and of course he was on 42% engine going into this race. What a result for him. And HRT overall to get this car to the end. He is going to round off the podium here in fine fashion. And absolutely my driver of the day today, Jack Mayer, posts his best ever finish in Super League Lights.